Hi, beautiful Sagittarius. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. We're just gonna jump right in and see what's going on for you. We're somewhere mid-January till mid-February at this point. And we're starting with an overall energy and just we'll go deeper and deeper and see what we will find for you. You will have plenty of time to figure out if this is your reading, to then move into the extension of this reading. I don't know if I talked with you guys, with Sagittarius, about that there's two options to get your extension, but I'll talk about that at the end since not everyone is interested in it. So I'm not going to take time on that now. Here we go. Sagittarius. Did you not have this last time? Dragonfly. Dragonfly, if he wants to focus. Look at that, it's so beautiful. It's very earthy, it's very like close to nature. And I used to, I was gonna say I usually call this, but maybe I used to call this card my hybrid card, because although it says dragonfly, it's not really a dragonfly. It's a dragon with fly wings. So it's two species that has come together. Today I'm very drawn to this dark hand. So she has this woman sitting in this creek with water there. So she has, there's one hand and then there's the other hand. And the other hand is really, really dark. It's like light and dark, the balance between light and dark. And the light part, the light version seems to be in hybrid mode, if that makes any sense. We're going to clarify this as we go. But the dark hand is really like, it's really appealing to me today. I'm really drawn to it. I don't know if I've ever even noticed that. I mean, it's just maybe that the shadow falls that way, that it makes the hand look dark, but to me, it almost looks like she has like one hand that is really like Caucasian and one that is dark, that is brown. And I only noticed that today. Interesting. So let's see what this is about. Why is the dragonfly here for Sagittarius, please? And is this underneath? Live life to the fullest. Why is this here for Sagittarius, please? What's up with the light and dark? You know, it's not the dark hand that holds the dragonfly, it's the light hand that holds the dragonfly. It holds a hybrid. Positive movement forward. And don't ask why, but I just associate this with the light hand. Positive movement forward. It's just a really, really beautiful, like, I just get this, the word, is that tranquil? Tranquil. Like, it's really peaceful. We're sailing off, whether that's the sunrise or the sunset. Like, we're sailing off into something really, really beautiful. With the number 8 there, which is very much about power, strength, creating heaven on earth. As above, so below, infinity sign, endless possibilities. Like there's something really, really gorgeous that is about to open up for you, Sagittarius. And it has something to do with this hybrid hand. Not just yet, I'm not getting, it might just be the distinction that sometimes we just need to know what we're not. Does that make sense? Like sometimes we just need to figure out what we're not. Sometimes we have to figure out what we don't like in order to understand what we do like, right? And so it can only mean, one of the things that it can mean is that we're just figuring out, it's not the shadow side, it's not the shadow part of you that is sort of exploring this hybrid mode, this two species coming together. It's the light part of you, not to condemn the dark part, the shadow part of you whatsoever. I think like it's so important to understand the equality between the like the balance between the dark and the light, and the like, just what we're made of. Like if we don't have positive and negative, there's no life, you know, there's no manifestation. We need both. But it's just focused on, very much focused on that it's the light hand that holds the hybrid, and it's looking really good. Like it's tranquil. It's I almost don't know what that word means. Like I can't, if I were to explain that word, I probably wouldn't be able to. It just feels nice, but nice doesn't even come close. Like it just feels warm and soft and beautiful. Tranquil. I like that word. So yeah, there's movement forward, creating creating heaven on earth, creating this hybrid, two species coming together. Whether this is an upgrade for you, like an upgrade DNA wise for you. I mean, this is Sag that I'm talking to, and usually you're the ones getting the woo woo messages, which I love. Okay, why is this here for, going deeper into the message, why is this here for Sagittarius, please? Okay, feels like the other deck wasn't done, but let's see. Oh, it really speaks to me, so just, sorry. Just gonna switch decks. Why is this here for Sagittarius, please? And then we have 9, also with the red border, with material harvest. And now we have both hands. I love this because now we have both hands that are light, but both of the light hands are playing with the black and white, or like the dark and light, or positive negative, like in those stripes. So it's, and here we have the sun, like you're sailing towards the sun, but now we have the sun behind you. We also have like blueprints with the houses behind it, like the blueprint houses. Material harvest with the 2 red borders for me is like, the red is all about home and family and base, like home base, like roots, where you belong, where you would call like this is your home. But it can also be like home within yourself. Because we're coming from this hybrid place, it just feels like there's a playfulness in terms of figuring out like the next level of who you are as a being, and how you can manifest that into the world. Like really getting, because it's material harvest, like getting hands-on, like understanding how it is that you manifest things in the world. But also like you're materia, right? We're all materia. I'm energy created into matter. So this material harvest, I think it's just, the harvest is for you as well, like for you as a being. I'm asking you to keep a really open mind here, and maybe you're like, yeah, I know. And some of you go, what? So just keep an open mind during this reading, because I feel like it's just next level, like next level DNA, next level, like this hybrid situation is the blending of two, like the old and the new. Like there's a real upgrade here to Sagittarius. 8 and 9, there's a beautiful process to this, laying a new foundation for yourself, playing with the dark and the light, playing with the positive and the negative poles, like understanding that those two they just have to come together, or you can't create, basically. What else in this very fascinating start here for Sagittarius, please? Going deeper into the energy. Truth be told and blessed. Truth be told, if we start there, this is very much like opening bearing your soul, like opening your heart, be completely vulnerable, completely like showing your insides, showing your true soul to the world or to yourself or to your surrounding. Just be completely honest and open. 14 is a new beginning for the heart. Is like, that's the next level for the heart. That is just so fitting with this hybrid thing, with this upgrade, with this starting to fully understand who you are as a species, if we ever get there. But this next level of consciousness, like there's an understanding here. There's something about standing on that golden mask. Like I find it like you're standing on top of it, like we're taking off that golden mask. The golden mask might have looked good, like it's almost like the golden mask represents the caterpillar. Just stay with me. So the caterpillar's process to becoming a butterfly, I would say like there's probably a point where the caterpillar is just the very best of itself. It's done the upgrade. Like it's just phenomenal in itself. It's the very best that it can be. And so we have the golden mask is sort of like the final destination for the caterpillar. But as we move forward, as we move into the cocoon and creating the butterfly, like the mask has to come off. So the golden mask has served a purpose. The golden mask has been, has come before. It came before, but now it's sort of time to step away from that, time to remove that mask. It's not that you've been living in, in not being authentic or not being real or not being honest. And now like the mask comes off and there's the authentic Sagittarius. I don't feel that at all. I just feel like it was the last step before getting into this new place. And this new place requires a lot of vulnerability, requires complete openness, requires, I don't think you have to fight for it. I think that as long as you were in caterpillar mode, and maybe you still feel where you're at on this scale, because Sagittarius, you might be feeling like you're just at the very end, like at the very, very tip of just becoming the butterfly. Or if you're just really, you've immersed yourself into the butterfly species or like whatever. There's the blending, I feel, with the butterfly and the caterpillar. Like, so it's not necessarily two becoming one. It's more, it's two different, it feels like there's two different species, like the caterpillar and the butterfly. But they're sort of stemming from the same place, and they're equally important in the journey. You wouldn't condemn the caterpillar for not being able to fly, for instance. We just see the caterpillar and it's just awesome, and it's on its own. And then you would be quite like a butterfly that can't fly. That's really weird. Like what happened to it? So it's just so natural. The next level feels like really, really natural. The vulnerability and the complete openness and the like truly showing your heart, being in your heart. As the butterfly, I don't think you have to force it. I don't think that's something you need to practice, or that you're even fearful of it, or feel like a little bit like you have to dare to be this. Excuse me. I think you feel that as long as you're still in caterpillar mode, that you sort of have to put your heart on your sleeve, or like really try to get out there, try to show your most authentic version. That just comes really natural to the butterfly. Together with blessed, number 22, this is like, and I see this as a cell. Like I see this as like the first cell before it sort of splits into 2 and then 4 and then 8 and so forth. I just see this first cell and like there's something new, and there we go again. There's the dark. There's the dark being reborn. This is so interesting. And it's not so much that I even like let I look at her body. Like obviously the complete body is brown, but I'm so drawn to her, to the hands there again, just sort of observing that the hands are brown or dark or black or they're actually bedazzled. There's actually some jewelry sitting on there. I've never seen that before either. Let's see what this is about. Something's being reborn. I think it's the understanding that the creation itself needs both. And this is almost looking like you're the butterfly, like you're coming out of the cocoon as the butterfly. Number 22. Number 22 is the process of becoming. 11 is the wish. 11 would very much be the caterpillar wishing to be the butterfly, or understanding. Maybe the caterpillar never even wanted to be the butterfly. The caterpillar fully understands its own journey, but then there's like an upgrade, and there's like an expansion in consciousness, and there's a next level, and it understands that it's going to upgrade to the butterfly, but equally are just perfect. But here's like the butterfly comes out of the cell with the 22, which is then it's not 33, it's not here. You're not out of the cell yet. You're not fully the butterfly. You haven't fully sort of taken on the wings and fully have the understanding just yet. That's 33. That's like done. 3 is all about like it's done. It's a done deal. 33, it's here. It's right in front of your face, or this is what you are. 22 is the becoming. It's the becoming of the idea, the becoming of the fantasy, of the wish. And I feel like this is the becoming of the butterfly, of the next level, Sagittarius. I find this so fascinating. Can we just get a little bit more about the black and white, or the positive and negative? What role does that play here? It basically, yeah, it just wants to talk about, it just really wants to talk about like how the positive pole with the negative pole coming together creates like its creation. The light with the dark. Like it's fascinating because now you see like how the light falls here. You see my shadow on the wall there. And you cannot see the shadow. Unless there's real light, you cannot see the shadow. And so if the shadow is not there, it's not real light. So look at this. So we have the sacrifice card there, where we have darkness on the bottom, and then we have the light or the white on the top. And it's like, as you sort of connect with, like, as we have the dark with the light or dark with the white, as we connect in between, there's the rainbow connection. There's the creation that leads to fulfillment of wishes. It talks about creation, the very fundamental parts of creation. And I just feel like you're figuring it out, like you're understanding. It's almost like being reborn from this first cell, living your life in a very authentic and different way, being completely honest and open, and I don't even know if I should use the word vulnerable, because it feels like you use the word vulnerable if you feel like you're vulnerable, if you feel like there's something to protect or something to feel vulnerable about. I think you felt more vulnerable as a caterpillar, but this butterfly state, it just is, it just are, it just be, however you say that, like it just exists, and it doesn't question whether that's scary or not scary or whatever. It just is. And it's like you're the, I don't know if that word is correct, epitome? It's not. It's not. It's not epiphany. I think I hear epitome. I don't know if that's correct. Anyway, if I were to translate that, if I were to translate what I think that you're like the very top of, like you're the very result or the very top of creation, like figuring it out, understanding the pluses and the minuses, the plus pole and the minus pole, the positive pole, the negative pole. Like it's like you understand it within yourself. Does this make any sense? It's fascinating. And it's like the hybrid. We start in the light, and as the hybrid, like as it comes together, which now seems to be more like a process. We have the eight and nine, like a process, the caterpillar into the butterfly, and now becoming the butterfly, we step into the darkness again. Not the darkness, but like we understand that we need both. Like we need both for creation. I'm going to move this into the extension and see what else I can find here for you. My goodness. So if anyone relates to this, if anyone finds this interesting, intriguing, you're so welcome to the extension. I want to take a moment to talk about that. There's two choices. We can go to Vimeo still. I cut the price in half there. I hope you find that uplifting. I cut the price in half for rent. So you cannot buy anymore. You can only rent for 48 hours. Or you can go and buy me a coffee on this donation site, Buy Me a Coffee. That is also very low in price. And as you become a supporter on Buy Me a Coffee, you also have access to everything else that I post there, which means that if you want to check out your other sun, like if your Sagittarius is sun, maybe you have like moon in Scorpio, whatever, you might want to check out your extended, and then you're already in as a supporter. Obviously, I hope that you continue to support the channel so that I can keep going, but it's just a whole other ballpark game. If you find that interesting, go check it out. I also have a new channel called My True North. If you want to look into that, please do. All of those links are in the description box down below. So if you feel intrigued, head over there with me to the extension. If not, thank you so much for watching, Sagittarius. Hope to see you back soon. Bye, guys.